Hey guys, looks like the sun's about to set here. Figured we gotta come up here and get off the road. Just a minute. Well, maybe not just a minute, a few minutes. I thought this was the... Nope, this is not the spot. Darn it. Might be a little noisy. Ain't that gorgeous? God is great. I gotta drive the car. I know you guys hate those videos where people fast forward all the time, so don't worry, we won't be doing that. This is pure raw, baby. The good stuff. Over to the right. Stay in the middle of the road, Jeepy. Alright, this is the spot right here. I do believe. Yeah, right here. It's nice and flat. Looks like about another 3 or 4 minutes, maybe. I don't know. Well, the window's kind of dirty, I guess. I don't know, on the outside. Yeah, could just be the... Yeah, it's a little bit dirty. Could just be the light, I guess. What a beautiful evening. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that was coming to my attention on the way down this road. You know, I talk about intuition and the way it works for people and their sensibility, and it can be confusing sometimes when you get really sensitive with it. Like the more you're pure, like that sunlight there, the more that sensitivity increases. It's almost like you tune the radio in more and more and more and more and more and more. With every time you purify yourself more by, say, not diluting your moral status. I don't know. People have all kinds of words for abstaining. But anyway, yeah. You get to that point and it gets strong. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. You're like, am I sensing the intuition for what's ahead or for something that's somewhere else? You know, you gotta listen to yourself and realize what's happening. Sometimes you gotta realize that what's going on is what's gonna be brought to your attention. And what isn't going on at the moment, it's most likely not gonna be brought to your attention at any given time. So that's a way to simplify the, little headaches of curiosity that leads to confusion. Back when I was younger, 10 or 12, I kind of got it, but I still was confused. And it took a lot of years for me to really get it. A lot of years. Probably about 23 years old. Yeah, that carried it from there another 10 years, using it to keep myself safe and not get hurt seriously when I was doing dangerous things in the mountains, like riding a Honda three-wheeler, like it was nobody's business. By all rights, I should have died, but I didn't. I'm still here. I hurt myself a few times on it, hyperextended tendons in my knee. That took a while to heal up. I think I tore them is probably the better way to explain it. On the left knee, or at least seriously stretched them. I was able to get back on and ride it for another 3 hours. I figured to myself, if I can't do it, then I know I need to go to the hospital. So I tried. A half an hour later, it wasn't even that much pain anymore. So it only hurt when I put weight on it a lot or moved my knee. Like the back side was painful, right where the tendons are at. I was going around a turn, got my leg caught on some branch when I put it out because I was going to roll a little bit, and oh shoot, got to give it something, got to put my foot on something. Well, all of a sudden the branch that was sticking out low, or a root or something, I don't know. Anyway, caught my foot and pulled right under the tire. Whoop! Luckily, both my hands were already on the brakes because I was being cautious and just kind of running slow, 10, maybe 15 miles an hour. But it was enough to yank me right up to my butt with the back tire, and like my other leg was like, way up high. So I was doing the splits. Oh, it was terrible. But I got out of that mess and exercised my leg and got back on. It hurt. I wanted to cry. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt pretty bad. So don't get me wrong on that. I was injured. Although that wasn't life-threatening, it still shook me pretty good. I was a lot more careful about going on around turns, but if you watch that, I think it's the first video I made, shows things about me that are kind of personal life. But anyway, I talk about another accident I had on a three-wheeler. That could have killed me, but it didn't. Kind of a divine intervention sort of situation that saved my life. Yeah, and it still had a lot to do with intuition. The sun is now starting to set. I'm gonna, there we go. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to call this video the setting sun. Oh, no, sounds a little too original. I don't know yet. This is what we live here for, folks. This is what life's all about. Not all of that stuff you got in your hand or this phone I got in my hand here. Of course, it helps us to share things, but you know what I mean. What were we before we made all the stuff we have? We were this right here. just about there. There it goes. Beautiful, huh? That's why I've been out here for 10 years, despite all the rough conditions. I just can't leave. Yeah. I'm still a little ways from home, but kind of close. Probably a good 8 miles or so. I don't live on this road, though. It's just one of the ones that connects the way home. I still got to head, well, yeah, that would be about southwest, I think. So yeah, gotta head southwest a little ways. Then kind of south, I guess. And then southwest again. It's a trek. Yep. I just heard my crow. She's saying, there's something else you gotta say, Presto. What is it? What is it? Let me think for a second here. Oh yeah, I think the whole thing about the intuitions. And there she is. She's coming closer. She's coming to say hi. My guardian angel animal. Guardian spirit animal. Yeah. I have many. She's one of them. I was going along this road here, and there's a good swoop. I hadn't seen it yet. The sun is in my eyes. Next thing I know, intuition was firing up. Crazy thing was, is I was thinking about something else, sort of. And then I had the quick thought, well, just like I was telling you, what's going on here? But then, because of the sensitivity buildup I've come up to, it's taken a long time and a lot of practice and purifying, is a voice comes from my head and said, it's about what's ahead. That was it. Quick, right through my head. That was angels talking to me in my brain, of all things. It sounds nutty, I know. But the fact is, there's no doubt with the intuition response to where the information came from. Anyway, so I got my attention on the road right away, and boy, oh boy, 15 feet ahead, there they were, a big swoop in the road off to the one side. Yeah, wouldn't have been good to drive through. But anyway, helps to listen, pay attention. After you quiet the mind, it makes it easier. Meditation is key. Yeah, it's key. You can't be all jumbled up inside and expect to get clear radio receptions inside of your mind's eye. Yeah? Right? Right. It's pretty easy to understand. Interference, pretty easy to understand that. Emotional ties and emotional bigotry and all that other nasty crap. That's the interference. And it's interesting because this is one of the ways God is teaching us how to make ourselves quite divine, if you want to look at it in that respect. Not in just mind and body, I mean, in spirit, but also in mind and body, like advanced mind and body. Like you get gifts for making yourself more whole, I guess is a way to put it, whole inside. Letting go of everything else and just having the whole of yourself left, carving yourself out. Yeah, it makes you gain special abilities, I guess is a way to say it. I'm not going to say it's like Superman or Spider-Man or what else you got, but it's pretty awesome, actually, what it can do. I've already come up with many future manifesting things that will help me to accelerate my dreams. And it just all come out of the ether, if you want to call it that. It's the quantum field, baby. It's up there. It's out there. It's around us. It's in the plants. It's everywhere. Information highway that we can't see with our own eyes. Transferring things all the time, doing things, keeping life going, holding ancient records of information just within it. It's a natural sponge, I suppose. Or God made it that way, as a tape recorder, so to speak. Anyway, or a place for us to see things when we're able to, finally able to. I'm scratching the surface of that whole world. And I've done it much better before in my younger years, but some things happened that really dirtied my receptions and abilities to receive. Starting to finally getting cleaned up again. Yeah. I'm still alone after, I don't know how long it's been. So long I stopped taking care of myself a lot. I don't even have hardly any teeth left. But I'm starting to work at it, making myself more appropriate to myself, I guess. Or presentable. We all do things at our own pace. Somewhere years along the line, though, years ago, I heard it a few times. Don't waste too much time. Yep, don't waste too much time. Still, though, take time to relax, meditate on your own self-reflection. See how that just went, ooh. That way you can bring things into focus. And then you know what you want to work on first. It's like that. Anyway, I guess I'll shut the video off. It doesn't want to stay focused anyway. It's having its fun little fuzzy time here. Maybe it's ready for bed. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on. There we go. Get up in there a minute. Boy, isn't that a beautiful color? I can't get enough of it. Sunset color, I'm not really a sunset guy, but I love the colors, Of course, it's really emotional to some people. The sunset is, I know it. I get it. Having these sensitive understandings has made me understand that, but not fully. I'm still a Sagittarius. Well, it's quite frankly not too emotional about those kind of things, but I do like watching sunsets. But I love that orange. I love that color. It's not my favorite color, but I love that color too. Green is the color I like a lot. But blue as well, so maybe and red. I can't decide anymore these days. Anyway. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna let you guys go. Starting to see up into that cloud, though. Maybe you might want to see that here, huh? Yes, you do. It kind of changes with the... There we go. Now it's got the better color tone to it. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, pause it. Check it out. I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy.